Yo, 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 it is June 8th. Let's see what we have hitting the market. A little bit of activity kind of flooding in today. So it's four bed, three bath, 2,000 square foot over on Judson and Seaside. This is a huge home, super remodeled, really, really nice. I actually think this is priced pretty appropriately considering all that it offers in Seaside. This is way bigger than your average Seaside home. It's really well designed, really well put together. I think this is a pretty desirable property. I also like the 1400 block of Seaside. So it's on that southern side of Seaside, which is great. All right, 250 Forest Ridge, number 13. Hey, Forest Ridge is great for two beds, two baths over on Skyline Forest. You're right at the very top of the hill. You look down one side, you're looking over Pebble Beach and over Stillwater Cove. You look down the other, and you're looking over the Monterey Bay. Very top of the hill, 3 minutes away from Pebble Beach, 3 minutes away from PG, 3 minutes away from downtown Monterey. Right, easy access to Carmel. You're right centrally located. And this is a great starting entry level price point to get into the peninsula. You get a good sized condo with almost 1,200 square foot. I really, really like these things, as well as the development directly next door, Skyline Crest. Forest Ridge is also a really, really good one. So both of those development condos um, are pretty desirable hitting the market. Okay, so you have Coyote Road listed at about 2.5, four bed, three bath, 2,500 square foot approximately over at Pebble Beach. Hey, farmhouse modern is about as hot as it gets right now. And we see the trend continuing here. Absolutely beautiful. Just the decor of this property is going to have a lot of people really interested in it and desiring this property. So I definitely think this is really, really interesting. And I love the finishes on it personally. Okay, over at Mescal, I see this property. I immediately recognize it. Four beds, three bath. Very top of Seaside. We're talking amazing full bay views, views in the city lights of Monterey. So this is a really cool property. What kind of surprises me is that 850 price point. Wow, that is a big number. I understand this is a big home, and I understand this is a great part of Seaside, but man, oh man, that is a big old purchase price for Seaside. So I think it's a possibility. I see things trade up and around that upper corridor in Seaside around this price point, and the views are unmistakably amazing. It's just a big price point for the local market, but I'm actually pretty confident it probably will trade. Okay, over to Lopes, behind the gate, 2,600 square foot, three bed, three bath, a little bit over 1.5. You know what? You're just getting a really good price point for the location, right? You're getting a large home. You're getting under the or right around the 1.5 price point, and you're in Pebble Beach. I mean, and it speaks for itself. This is just a really desirable property for the price point. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna skip over Salinas. Now this one right here, I grew up like right by this house, so I can see that front yard. And even when it wasn't showing up the address, I knew exactly where it was located. I walked by this thing a million times growing up. Right on the corner of Soledad and Via Descanso. I mean, everyone's driving around Monterey has probably passed it a million times. Listed at 950, and that seems to be a tad bit aggressive, but I can definitely see the value. It's a really good location. I love that part of the hill. I love the fact that it's four beds, 2,100 square foot. It's got a decent sized lot, which is typical of this to the neighborhood. Now, is it going to need some TLC, some updating, some cohesiveness in the remodel? Sure, that's probably the case. But what we have here is just a really solid property, really solid location. And I hope they get this price because I really, really like it. Although it is a bit of a busy street. Let's continue on to see what's going on. A couple price decreases. Schulte Road. All right. So Schulte Road is a bit country, right? If you're going out in Carmel Valley, you're not too far down Carmel Valley Road, but you kind of get that country feel on Schulte. We're dealing with an acre here. Five beds, two baths, 3,000 square foot, kind of farmhousey. And this isn't like pretending to be a farmhouse. This is a farmhouse when you come out to Carmel Valley here. It was originally listed at 2.4. Now it's down to 2.2. It's a pretty property. And I see the value there. Just because of the size of the home. I just don't know if I could picture the buyer at that exact price point. And then we comes over to a 3.2, 2,100 square foot over on Forest. Obviously, it's a bit of a busy street. Listed at about 2.3, three beds, two baths, 21. I mean, these are kind of older, really pretty, quintessential downtown Pacific Grove houses. I mean, it's right near downtown PG. You just walk right in, get a cup of coffee in the morning. It's easier just to walk down and get a pastry than it is to make your own pot. But it is a bit of a busy street. Really cool property. Let's keep watching it. See if that price decrease does anything. One contingent as of today, and it's the castle property right over by Ocean View Boulevard. It's located on 7th Street over in Pacific Grove, but this thing has amazing ocean views. You're tucked in right by the water. You're by Lover's Point. You're close to the aquarium. It is a really, really cool pocket of Pacific Grove because 3 blocks one way, you're in downtown PG. 3 blocks the other, you're right in Cannery Row. And literally walk out your front door and you're standing on the bike path and you're standing at the beach. So this is a really sweet property. If you ever wanted to live in a castle, this was a good opportunity. I'm really interested to see what the overall trading price point is, because there are some really expensive listings on Ocean View Boulevard right now, and I think this one is really affordable, all things considered. And then nothing changed sold today. Guys, give me a call, shoot me a ring. I'm gonna be out around town. A lot of activity. A lot of activity has been happening recently. I would be surprised to see if we don't see a huge movement of contingents hitting tomorrow. So basically, give me a call, see what's happening. Let's go. Bye.